Hey everybody, welcome to Cupboard Creations. My name's Gareth and this is my little corner of the internet for playing with my food. Today we're kind of switching away from Spain, where I've been to a lot recently, and we're going for a bit more of a kind of French-Greek thing here. So we're going to make a butternut squash and feta galette. Now a galette is just essentially halfway between a pie and a kind of tart really. It's like an open pie. So easy, and I only found out what they were, a couple of weeks ago when I was watching something, and then I was like, wow, that's gonna make life so simple, because you can get all those flavors and you can get that kind of lovely comfortingness of a pie, but without having to spend hours kind of like forming it and worrying about it falling apart. It's really simple. So I'll take you through it, and we're going to start with the butternut squash. So you want one butternut squash, probably around just under a kilo, so about a medium sized one. And then all we're going to do is skin that, chop it into little bits. So a really simple way to do it. Make sure it's cut in half, spoon out all of your seeds and bits like that, and then all you have to do is you've got a nice handle you can just grab. It makes skinning the thing so much easier. Okay, once you've got it skinned, just gonna top and tail it, and then we're going to chop this down into little cubes. So you're probably looking just over a centimetre. And then just lots of little cubes, and that will give you like a really nice kind of small amount that can spread nicely. So when we mix in other things with it, we get a nice mix of all of the ingredients all together. Okay, so now you've got your mountain of butternut squash. So you grab yourself a good roasting tray and then pop all of that in there, like so. And then we want to add some little bits in. So first of all, you want a load of vegetable oil, because that's going to kind of like help it all roast down. We're going to get this really roasted. So we want a good glug of vegetable oil in, and then 2 teaspoons of dried thyme. It goes beautifully with this. So we're just going to scatter that in, like so. And then just a bit of salt and pepper, season it nicely. So good pinch of salt, a couple of grinds of black pepper. Once you've got that, just give it a good mix up, get your hands in there. And then once you've got that done, all we're going to do is we're going to take that, put it in an oven, 200 degrees C for about 40 minutes, just turning it every 10-15 minutes, just to kind of, what we're going to get is that kind of almost caramelization of the sugars in that butternut squash. It's going to be really beautiful. So I'll go get that done, and I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so just before that stuff is ready, just before your 40 minutes is up, you've got an option here. Now I'm going to do it because I absolutely love it with this, but it isn't necessary. And that's some bacon, and I'm using about 6 rashers of kind of streaky bacon for this, probably 4 if you're using normal back bacon. And then just give it a chop up again into little bits, like little 1 centimetre slithers, and that's going to go in there, and that saltiness as well with the sweetness is going to work really well. But like I say, it's not necessary. This holds its own just with the feta and the butternut squash. It's so good, but I like a bit of bacon in it, so I'm going to do that one. Okay, so after that 40 minutes of the butternut squash has been in there, it's really kind of reduced down. You'll start to see these slight sort of blackening of the edges, and that's perfect. That's where all those sugars are coming out. So now all I'm going to do is pop my bacon on top. Just drip feed it on, little bits all over the place. Then we're going to pop that back in the oven, same temperature, 200 degrees, for about 15 minutes. Keep your eye on it, make sure the bacon doesn't burn. Just keep having a quick look in there. But then you're going to get this lovely crispy bacon, and the flavours from that are going to kind of seep into it. And for me, that's just heaven, really. Okay, so that's had 15 minutes now. So that bacon's nice and cooked. Yeah, perfect. Just got nice little crispy edges, but not gone blackened. We don't want that to go too far. So all we're going to do now is leave that to cool, really. So that's going to be the filling for our pie, or part of the filling. So while that's cooling, you can either just go watch TV, or if you fancy, there's some other videos that I've made that you might enjoy. Give them a watch. If you like them, drop us a like. Maybe think about subscribing. That would really help me out. So let's leave that to cool and I'll come back to you in a second. Okay, so now that's cooled down, we can actually put together this galette. So you're gonna get yourself a little bit of vegetable oil. And the reason I do this, it's not a common thing, is just pour a bit, probably about a teaspoon, 2 teaspoons, and then just smear it over the bottom. What that's going to do is when you put the pastry on top of it, it's really going to help the bottom crisp up. So that way you kind of, slight cheats way of not ending up with a soggy bottom. It basically kind of almost fries the bottom. Tastes great, looks great. Everyone will appreciate it. And then you're just going to grab yourself some ready rolled puff pastry. So it's about 320 grams, I think, this one. And if you can work out how to do it, you just want to lay that out on your board, on your tray. Why is it always the end bit? It always kind of wants to break. So let's pop that out. There we go. We've got a slight bit broken on the edge there. Don't worry, we can stitch that back together. Good bit of fingers, just kind of push it back together. That's the thing with these, nothing ever goes completely perfect. So now what you want to do, grab some feta, obviously, and then you're just going to crumble little bits in, and you're going to create like a little sort of square rectangle in the middle of all of these ingredients. So you want to crumble a bit of feta on, and then a little layer of your filling, and a bit more feta, another little bit of the filling, just to get it all nicely mixed together. Okay, so now that's done, just fold your edges up over, and you're not going to obviously match it, you're not going to meet them in the middle. This is like an open pie. You just tuck those corners over as well. So all you have to do now, grab yourself a little bit of beaten egg, just egg wash those edges. That just helps them crisp up nicely and you get this really lovely kind of golden brown colour to it. So we'll just pop that on there. And then we're just going to pop that in the oven 25 minutes at 190 degrees C until it's nicely golden brown. Keep having a look at it and you'll like see when it's really kind of crisping up. And then it's pretty much done. So I'll pop it in, see you in a sec. Okay, so let's see what we got. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, I mean, you don't get much more rustic looking. It is properly kind of farmhouse cooking, this one, but it is so delicious and really easy. Just that idea of using the rolled pastry and just whack your stuff on top, fold the edges over, pop it in the oven. Nice and easy. Looks good. Our sweet potato and feta galette. Really, really delicious. I'm just going to give it a cut. And there we go. Quarter each. 4 people. Absolutely lovely. You can see there's still a good amount of filling in there. And that feta will have kind of, some of it will have oozed out, but those bits on the top will almost go just that bit crispy. So, it's so, so nice, this one. Really simple. That little side salad, really, really delicious. So there it is. I hope you give it this one a go. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers.